staring.
Hi everybody, I'm Kimberly Edwards from cookingwithkimberly.com, and this is Cooking Adventures with Kimberly for Tonka Live magazine. Now what's going to make my show extra adventurous today is that yes, I am going to go brave those cold elements out there. It's springtime, but it's still like patchy snow, and it'll be like nice couple days. You can like go do some yard work and jog, and then it'll snow again and you have freezing rain. Anyway, whatever, that's just springtime. So tonight, that's one thing that's going to make it exciting, but the other thing that's going to make it exciting is this exciting thing that's sitting here. Isn't that a cool thing? You don't know what it is. I probably wouldn't know what it is either. Anyways, this is called a side skewer centerpiece, okay? So this is like the whole shamoo. It's from muttshopproducts.com. Super cool stuff. They make all their own stuff. It's the neatest thing. Anyways, so this is what is the skewer. So you're going to stick all your stuff on here, right? And then you're going to transport it to the grill like this, on this tray, right, with all your stuff stuck on it. Then you're going to put it on the grill, and you're going to lay it like this with the stuff on it. So it's going to grill on one side and lean like that, and then you're going to lean on the other side. You take them off the grill, and then you set them in this really cool display thing, and you can serve it like that. How cool is that? You got to get one of these. I can't wait to use this. This is my first time using it. I'm so excited. Please go check them out. They're super cool. Anyway, that's how it's going to look. Like, it looks, how cool is that? So now I'm going to serve it with some like rice on the side tonight. We're going to be super healthy and barbecue. That's pretty adventurous, I would say. It looks like a big porcupine. I mean, really? It's going to be pretty fun. So check it out. I'm going to move this out the way so you guys can see what I'm doing. Cool. All right. So I have 2 chicken breasts, okay? They're not of equal size, but it doesn't really matter to me. Whatever. And I am going, these are nice and thick. See how nice and thick they are? They're like about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, I would even say. So I'm going to cut nice big cubes, okay? Maybe about 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches, I would say, or 2 inches by 2 inches, whatever. I want to stick them on there, and I'm going to stick a whole bunch of veggies on. Now the veggies I have going on today, I've got some green peppers, I've got some just button mushrooms, I've got some zucchini, I've got some cherry tomatoes, and I've got some pineapple. I'm not using anything that's too hard because it's not going to cook that fast. Chicken breast cooks pretty quick on the grill. So, and you're only cooking little tiny cubes. So you got to have things that are already, somewhat soft and that you can also eat raw if you want to. You know what I mean? And then it's just going to be all perfect. Plus, they'll be able to stick on there really easily on those skewers, right? If they're super hard, I mean, you're just going to be struggling. Don't hurt yourself. So here we go. We're going to cut it into chunks. Don't be scared. Just, use your head. So I got like 4 out of that nice little strip. So I'm going to show you about what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at-ish. Okay, that's like nice 4. So just continue to do that. Something that's maybe like a bite-sized piece of meat that you'd want to eat off of a skewer. You don't want anything that's too big because it's such a pain to handle. You know what I mean? All right, anything that's nice and thin, make sure you cut a nice big chunk because you might be able to just fold it over on itself and it'll hold on easier. These nice big chicken breasts are super to work with. Like, that's just perfect. I don't really have to do much work here. It's gorgeous. These are fabulous chicken breasts. Awesome. All right, so we're going to finish this one off. I'm only using 2 tonight for 3 people because we're also going to use a whole bunch of vegetables, and you're also going to have your side dish, your rice, right? So you don't need like a whole ton of it. And these would be fantastic for appetizers, for like these parties that are coming up, spring and summer parties. Awesome. All right, just continue to do this. I've already chopped all of my vegetables because I didn't really think it was necessary for you to watch me chop vegetables. I mean, really? Really. So they're already chopped. The green peppers are just chopped in same kind of chunks, maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches. The cherry tomato is self-explanatory. The zucchini is just medallions. The button mushrooms I'm going to keep whole. Never underestimate the power of the button mushroom. Also, the pineapple chunks of similar size. So that's what you're looking for, somewhat uniform size, okay? But you also want to use a whole bunch of color if you can. If I was smart, when I went to go get this pepper, I would have got like maybe some orange one or a yellow one or something really cool like that, a red one or purple, but they've got green and that's cool. Everyone needs to eat green. So I'm going to wash my hands because I just touched chicken. So when you touch chicken, anything it touches needs to be washed and disinfected thoroughly, okay? So sit tight, hold on. Okay, so everything's done and nice and chopped. Everything's prepared. So what I'm going to do now is just coat this chicken breast. Now, if I was smart again, I would have marinated it, and that's an ideal situation. But hey, sometimes, you know, things are just fast. Life happens so fast, you don't have time sometimes to prepare. So let's be real. Yeah, I ran by the store, I grabbed these ingredients, and I'm coming home to cook. I don't have a lot of time to sit around for all this prep. You understand? And I'm sure you feel the same way. So tonight, this is what's going down. Grab yourself a bowl, okay? A bigger bowl. Just choose whatever you feel like, the flavors you feel like. Now tonight, instead of just like doing salt and pepper, something normal, which I was going to do, I'm going to add a little bit of this mole. And I don't have time to make my own homemade mole tonight. Sorry. Usually I would do that, but tonight I'm not doing that. So I'm going to use this mole sauce that I've got, this awesome stuff that I've got, and I'm just going to add a little bit of something else too. I'm going to add a little bit of peanut oil to this. Peanut oil? All right. And I'm going to add some freshly cracked black pepper. Beautiful. I'm going to add a little bit of smoky seasoning. And I'm also going to add a tiny bit, where did it go? Oh, here it is, of my La Chinata smoked paprika powder, just because I'm crazy about it and it smells awesome and it's all smoky and fantastic. A tiny bit of that in here, okay? Now I'm going to use my hands simply because, your hands are the best tool you have. Got me? So that's about a half a teaspoon, not even, maybe a quarter teaspoon, third of a teaspoon. I'm going to use my hands again. I'm going to have to wash them again, but just relax, you're okay. This is what makes cooking fun, okay? So use your hands, massage it all through, make sure all of those little chunks are coated, all is well. All right, and wash your hands again. I'll be right back. Okay, so that being done and that being said, you can use a wide variety of spices on this, okay? Your veggies and fruits, they're not gonna hold a whole lot of spices, you got me? We're also gonna coat these too, and we're gonna deal with that, but the meat is different. So you can use different oils, you can use salt and pepper, you can use parsley, dill, whatever the heck you want. If you want to do a rub, go ahead and do a rub. If you want to do a marinade, do a marinade. Whatever, it's all good, it's gonna be fine. Okay, as long as it's something coating it and there's some kind of oil on it. So if you're not going to use a marinade or something like that, make sure that you're coating it with a little bit of oil. That's it. That's all. It's super simple. So now is the fun part. We get to assemble these bad boys, okay? So I'm not going to mess with this holder, the centerpiece holder, because I don't want to get it chickeny and there's no need for that. Got me? So this is going to stay clean right over there. This is going to be my dirty cookie sheet. You're also going to have another cookie sheet that you're going to go get the barbecue stuff on and bring it in. So this is my dirty. Got me? We're going to assemble on here. I'm going to move this out the way, because it's already going to be dirty anyway. Got me? All right. So, instead of, how some people might be smart and spray these so that things don't stick to it, I want them to stick to it. I don't want these veggies and fruit and meat to fall off. Got me? I kind of want it to stick to this. You'll be all right. Don't worry about it. So you're just going to alternate, okay? And what I also want to do is I want to get some of these veggies basted after. You're going to use some peanut oil. I'm going to use peanut oil again. And I'm going to baste some of the veggies, and we're going to sprinkle them with salt and pepper once they're on the skewers. It's just going to be easier to deal with instead of doing everything separate. So you're going to alternate and just try and make it look pretty. I mean, there's really no rhyme or reason to this. So I'm going to stick a piece of chicken in here. These are super sharp, by the way, and they stick super good. So determine how many pieces of chicken should go on a little skewer. I'm going to say maybe 3 per person. Is that cool? Maybe 4 per person? I can fit 4. So I'm actually using 2 of the tines to stab my chicken with, and that's going to really hold that on there really nicely, and that's great. Thank you, Mutt Shop. That was very smart of y'all. These are interesting skewers instead of having the long ones. Now these are short, and you can pull things off easier. Usually you're trying to pull off the meat and all the veggies and everything off this big long hunk and thing. It's kind of dangerous. I think this is going to be much smarter. Also, I think that cool centerpiece is going to allow it to cool the skewers quick enough, because that metal is going to be pretty hot. So it's probably going to allow that to cool off. So you're not really killing yourself, right? Okay, so I'm going to show you one. I don't think I need to show you a whole bunch of these. We're just going to show you one, and then I'm going to finish them, and then That's what's up. So I'm going to just take a variety of things, right? I'm going to take a piece of pineapple, stick that on here. That's cool as all heck. I love this double tine. That's going to help stick everything on there so much easier. You have no idea. If you've never done skewers or shish kebabs before, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Just be appreciative that they did this for you. Check out how pretty this is going to be. How cool. I'm going to put 2 little tomatoes on these guys. Just cause I can. So look at this. Now you've got a meal on a skewer. You've got a piece of pineapple, you've got some chicken, a mushroom, zucchini, and tomato. Okay? So then the next thing is I'm going to wash my hands one more time before I touch anything. Okay. So here's what you do. I'm grabbing a little bowl because this is chicken. It's raw chicken, and I don't want to keep putting my brush and touching things that shouldn't be touched, and then you ruin your entire bottle of oil. You know what I mean? So just grab yourself a little dish or a little bowl. Pour some oil in, approximately how much you think you're going to need. What I want to do is, that chicken is already coated, but I want to coat these vegetables. Like just putting zucchini with nothing on or anything, you can't do that. And you can't season it. Nothing's going to stick to this. It really, like salt and pepper won't stick. So you want to get it a little bit wet, and that's going to be done by this oil. Now, if you want to, you can use olive oil, you can use peanut oil, you can use canola, vegetable, you know, whatever the heck you really want to, or whatever you have at home. So don't trip on that. It's all good. So just coat both sides of those vegetables. A little bit on that pineapple. And then you're going to season as well. Let's season it with something pretty and nice. We're going to season with this. That sounds cool. As well as that. Okay, so I'm using these Drageria spices. These are like salt and pepper mills. They have also other spices that they have in little mills like this, like garlic, etc. So I'm just going to go like this, a little bit more, flip on the other side, or do both things, and then however you want to do it. This is a red Hawaiian sea salt I'm using. How cool is that? I figured that would be appropriate since we're using a little bit of pineapple. Why not? Right? All right. So that's that. You can use other stuff too if you really want to. You know, this is up to you. So that's your gorgeous skewer. I'm going to repeat this 4 more times, extra times, so then I'm going to have 5 skewers, and we'll be right back. Okay, so they're all done now. I have a little bit of extra sauce, so I'm going to use the basting brush. I'm going to bring it out with me to the grill. I'm going to do it one time and then flip them when I first put them on, because it's not going to take too long. I've seasoned everything up. Now, if you really want to go with the Mexican theme, go ahead, try a little bit of maybe oregano, maybe just a whisper of cinnamon. That's my secret. Cumin you can use, or you could go curried chicken on here. You could do anything, man. Be willing to experiment. I hope you guys do experiment. I'm just giving you the basics of things so that you guys can do all kinds of cool stuff, right? Okay, so now we're going to take them out to the grill. We're going to go out. I'm going to go outside and I'm going to heat that grill up, and we'll be right back. Okay, everybody, so now I'm out here at the grill. I have preheated this grill. It was preheating on high, and I cleaned it off and, you know, did everything I needed to do, and I coated the grate with some olive oil or peanut oil you can use as well. I guess I used peanut oil, not olive oil today. And I put it on a little towel that you didn't want to, you know, you don't mind if it gets stained. You use your tongs and you just rub it on the grates to make sure that everything doesn't stick, you know what I mean? So I'm going to have to use my hands to put these bad boys on here, but I'm going to use tongs to take them off later. So they're going to go on, and I'm just going to lay them. They're called side skewers. So again, it's going to grill on this side, and then you're going to flip it over like that, and it's going to grill on the other side, right? So I'm going to do, how am I going to do these? I guess I will do them this way because it'll be easier to manipulate. Okay, so that way. And just spread them on there. Now don't forget, you've already oiled and greased everything up. The grate is greased. Your veggies and your meat are all nice and ready to go. And I can fit 5 perfectly from the back to the front of my grill. 5 of those skewers. Alright everybody, so I'm just going to leave these guys on here, probably 4 minutes aside, 3-4 minutes aside. That should cook the chicken breast perfectly. Make those vegetables nice and a little bit charred and softened. It's going to be beautiful. You'll be seeing this in maybe 10 minutes. I'll be back, okay? Okay, now based upon the sounds that I'm hearing on the grill and the smells and the amount of time that it's been on here, about 4 or 5 minutes, I'm going to check on these guys. They don't stick. These guys aren't sticking because they're cooked. If they're not all the way cooked yet, it's still going to stick to the grate. Leave it another minute or two and it'll unstick itself probably. Alright, so I'm just flipping them over. I wish you could see this. Maybe I can lift these guys up just to show you what this looks like. Look at how pretty grilled right now. Lovely. Now I'm just flipping them on the other side. What an awesome invention these guys are. Side skewers. These are perfectly grilled. The chicken looks awesome. The pineapple's getting nice and grilled too. I love grilled pineapple. What's better than grilled pineapple, right? You could even put a little cinnamon on that bad boy. Yummy? Alright, flipping them all. Repeat. It's probably not even going to take 5 minutes. It'll probably take 3 to 4 minutes. Check on it. I'm going to close this lid up just to keep all this heat in because it's freezing out here. Alright guys, I'll be right back. Okay, so I suspected right. It took 3 to 4 minutes to do the other side. Now I have my clean cookie sheet out here and I've been laying it on the other side of the grill so that it's not freezing cold. Got me? That's a good trick for spring and fall and winter cooking outside. What happens is you cook all your beautiful food and then you have this cold plate and you bring it in, everything's freezing and it's not even hot anymore. So this is what we're going to do. We're just going to transfer them and I'm going to bring them inside. Alright, let's move 1 or 2 just so you can see. Go sideways. Beautiful. I just broke a tomato off. Be careful. Oh, I'm not very careful. Just be careful. And that's all. Alright, you'll see me inside. Okay, so this is all ready. It's cold outside. Okay, so this was kind of an adventure. I'm pretty excited about this. These skewers look fantastic. I'm going to show you what it looks like on these display here. Now you can have a whole display, right? A platter of all kinds of things around it, and then this big, beautiful display of shish kebabs. Now check this out. Well, I guess, is it shish kebabs? Maybe not. Well, I guess it depends. Okay, let me make sure these aren't like blazing. They're not bad to touch. How awesome is that? Check that out. They just came off the grill. So there you go. Tried, tested, and true. Now you know. Now you know. And look how beautiful. Check this out. I'm going to serve it tonight. I thought I was going to do it with some rice, but instead I'm going to do it with some noodles. All right, hold on. Okay, so let me move this out of the way. Somewhere, anywhere. Now look at this. How beautiful is that? Right? Wouldn't that be cool for like a pool party or like catering or not catering to your friends. I mean, your friends coming over, your family coming over. How impressive is that? How cool is that for an appetizer or whatever? Now, this is super healthy because it's not been like roasting and fat and all that stuff. It's a lean cut of meat. It's chicken. It's light sauce. It's mole. And it's just vegetables with a little bit of oil on it. It's gorgeous. Now let's try one of these bad boys. Take this off of here. The chicken looks succulent and it's beautifully grilled on both sides. That skewer allows it to cook in the middle too because it gets super hot, right? So I'm just going to take these things off. I'm going to have a little test. Now serve this. I would serve this with rice or noodles. You can serve it with whatever you like. A side salad even if you're really feeling healthy and stuff that day. All right, let me move this out of the way just a tiny bit. Move it sideways for you to admire how gorgeous. What gorgeous work. Anyway, you can see how you could pick all kinds of beautiful vegetables and things. That would be really impressive, right? I don't even know how to show it to you. It's so pretty every way I turn it. All right, so we're going to try this beautiful chicken. Now, mole is a sauce that is something that typically has to be made, and it's like cooked down forever and ever and ever. So people typically buy it already made, you know what I mean? It's kind of a long process, so. The green pepper was the one thing I was worried about that wouldn't get cooked all the way through, and it is. It's beautiful. It's a tiny bit crunchy, just like I like it on the inside, just a little bit, but it's beautifully soft on the outside. The tomatoes held their shape. They're fabulous. Try a mushroom. It gets better and better. Ready? Let's try this chicken. Perfectly cooked through. Knocked out of the park. That's belligerent. It's so delicious. You have to try this. You gotta do this. I want a piece of the pineapple. That's a whole meal on a plate, including your dessert. Take a closer look at these. Aren't they pretty? Don't they look nice? Some of them I even got to double up the meat and even the pineapple. Look at those big chunks, so you can see how much you can actually fit on these skewers. That's like a huge serving of meat. You know what I mean? Awesome. Anyways, make sure you go check out these bad boys at muttshopproducts.com. Super cool stuff. Make sure you check us out all the time at Cooking Adventures with Kimberly on Tonka Live magazine. That's tonkalive.com. I want to give a shout out to my girl Shawnee She King from She King. She's the bomb. This is her song that was playing in the beginning and the end of this show, so make sure you check her out. What else am I gonna say? I don't know. That's it. That's all. That was delicious. You gotta try that. Now this is something super good. These are really handy to have. Perfect for all your grilling needs this season and summer and fall to come, and even winter. I'll be using these. I really love this idea. I'm so glad you can pack so much on there. Anyways, that's how you make mole chicken side skewers. That's what's up, mole chicken side skewers. Doesn't that sound delicious? It is delicious. Try it out. You'll love it. All right, everybody. That's it. That's all. I hope you follow me on Twitter at Cooking with Kim E with a capital E. I hope you like the fan page. It's facebook.com/cookingwithkimberly. My shows are at youtube.com/cookingwithkimberly, and my site is cookingwithkimberly.com. That's where my recipes and all my information is. Come interact with me. Let me know what's going down. And that's it. Be a champion in your kitchen. Eat deliciously. Ciao, everybody. Bye.
Tell me who you are. Tell me who you're looking at. You do this to yourself.